So what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Cruday, and welcome back to some more NBA 2K19 My League rebuilds. We're here today with the Utah Jazz rebuild, and if you guys can't tell by the title, this is a what if video to see if Mike Conley would be a good fit for the Utah Jazz. Now, if you guys didn't see my other video involving Marc Gasol being traded to the Spurs, there will be a link down below in the description, or there should be a card placed on the video somewhere in this video. But personally, I think this would be a great deal. I think this would be good for Mike Conley. He is an expiring, well, not an expiring contract, but he is an expiring superstar in this league right now. He's got 2 years left with a team option in 2020. So, I mean, the contract's not bad, but it is bad just on the price point because he's getting over $30 million a year. And that's the only main thing that's going to be an issue for them moving Mike Conley. Now, who else would be involved in this deal? I think it's going to be Derek Favors here, who is, I mean, kind of a mediocre power forward. He is 27 years of age. Ricky Rubio would be the other one coming from the Jazz over to Memphis. Now, Ricky Rubio is basically a poor man's Mike Conley. He can shoot the three. He's a great playmaker. I don't know about the defense compared to Mike Conley. So at least if Mike Conley does go to the Jazz, they're not losing much. They're actually adding a better point guard who can play defense, shoot the three, and play make. Amir Caspi would just be thrown in there for the contract wise, and that's going to be the deal. I think the Jazz are also going to send a first round pick, but who knows what's really going to happen. So now that trade is done, we can actually get into the actual rebuild around Mike Conley. Now, Dante Exum, everyone was hyped about this guy in 2014, 4th pick in the draft. They have him on a 3-year deal with $9 million a year. I don't know how or why they would do that. He's not the guy that everyone thought he was going to be for sure, because I don't even think he's averaging over like 5 points a game in his career. So we're going to trade away him to bring in Shaun Livingston. And now this is going to be the lineup heading into the first year. We got Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Joe Ingles, Crowder, Rudy Gobert, Thabo, Udo, Shaun Livingston, and then Kyle Korver off the bench. So our bench is not the best, but we'll just have to work with it going further into this rebuild. So you guys see the awards here for everybody. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan Clarkson, Most Improved. And of course, Steve Kerr with Coach of the Year. Taking a look at the all-NBA teams, we get a player from the Jazz, Mr. Rudy Gobert, the Stifle Tower. Of course, he has got to be on a defensive team this year. He averaged 2.3 blocks, which is a serious contender when it comes to Defensive Player of the Year, which is surprising he didn't get it there. But looking at the player's stats, Donovan Mitchell led us in points with 24 points a game. Now, Donovan Mitchell has been having a rough year. I'm definitely going to try to keep him around for this whole season just because, you know, he's got a high ceiling. He is only 22 years of age. His assist game can get up, but that's again, we're going to have to just let him develop. You guys see Conley led us in assists, Donovan in steals, and then of course, Mr. Rudy Gobert led us in blocks. You guys, 2.3 blocks is a lot, and that is not something to play around with. Taking a look at the other players from the Memphis deal, Ricky Rubio averaged 15 points a game with 8 assists, so that's basically around the numbers he does in real life. Derek Favors, on the other hand, still being a mediocre power forward. I wish the best of luck to the Grizzlies. So, we are in the playoffs in the year number 1, which I think the Jazz would be in real life as well. So, I mean, this is no surprise here. We finished as a 6th seed, which is not bad. We're facing the Houston Rockets here, who have not changed much. Conley, 26-10 in this first game of the playoffs. We win this one, but unfortunately, we end up losing in 4 games, which is, I mean, I'm going to take that with a chip on the shoulder. That's James Harden and the Rockets who actually made the conference finals. But it's going to be a Warriors championship here. Boogie with 26 and 11 per game, 3.8 steals. That's crazy. So, with our draft lottery odds, there are none because we do not even have a draft pick because we did involve that 2019 draft pick to end up getting Mike Conley onto this team. So what we're going to do here, we're going to trade Joe Ingles. I don't think Joe Ingles is worth this kind of money. He does only have 2 years left on his deal, but he's getting 11 mil per year to average 9 points a game for us. We're getting schemed. Solomon Hill, I know he's on a 1-year deal with 12 mil. We can trade him back right away. So we're going to do this deal in order to get that 19th pick. And then Solomon Hill, I'm sorry, you're going to the Lakers. Go deal with LeBron. Goodbye. So with that 19th pick, we're supposed to be getting Darius Bazley, who's either going to be a starter or a bench type player. I was looking at Tyler Hero here for a long time. This guy has the potential to be an all-star or the floor of a bench player in Joe Harris. Now coming off the bat, he's going to be a 72 overall, so we are definitely taking a gamble. So it was between him and Nickeil Alexander, who is a point guard out of Virginia Tech. Either we take a game on Tyler or we bring in a solid point guard, and what we ended up doing, or shooting guard, we brought in Nikhil Alexander for Virginia. We didn't want to take a gamble at this stage in our rebuild. Taking a look at our pending options, a lot of players are going to come off the books for us this year. Sean Livingston, Kyle Korver, I don't even know how to say that guy's name, Raul Neto. We're only going to keep Royce O'Neal out of all those deals. But after our free agency, this is what we ended up doing. We brought in Julius Randle on a 4-year deal. This would be actually a pretty good pickup for the Jazz sake. He is a young player, only 24 years of age, averaging 15 and 8 last year, which is insane to see. His development is going to get there. He's only an 86. Jeremy Lin, we brought him in as well as a backup point guard to Mike Conley. 2-year deal with a team option, so we do have control of what he does next season. And then we also bring in Wayne Ellington on a 1-year deal for a minimum. And then Udo, who we matched a deal for 2 years. So, right now, player progression. Donovan Mitchell goes up 2 is what we see. Rudy Gobert didn't do anything. Julius Randle went up 1. Nothing major. Grayson Allen actually goes up 5. Tony Bradley goes up 3. Not too many like crazy spikes there when it comes to overalls. But the lineup, the only new addition is going to be Julius Randle, who can take over that power forward spot. We had Drake Crowder playing the power forward, so now he can at least play the small forward where he rightfully deserves to be. So, year number 2, we are currently the 4th seed at the trade deadline, just behind the Lakers, Pelicans, and the Rockets. And now we only have one question at the deadline. Do we re-sign Rudy Gobert at this point, or do we just hold on and wait? He is getting around 25 mil per year for the next 2 years, so I mean, we can maybe wait and see what happens, just because Rudy Gobert, he's definitely a franchise player for the Jazz, but we're more kind of leaning towards bringing Mike Conley back. He does have a team option next year, so we got to just see how things play out. I'm for sure going to bring him back just because he is a part of this rebuild. So, looking at the award races here for this year, James Harden MVP, Zion Williamson Rookie of the Year, Dennis Schroeder again with the 6th Man of the Year, Rudy Gobert, without any cause to panic, wins Defensive Player of the Year. So he's basically telling us, you better re-sign me, bro. He averaged 3 blocks a game. That's crazy. Julius Randle, most improved, 19 and 10 on the season. What a freaking year for these two guys. Our bigs are getting it done. Good thing we brought Julius Randle in, and unfortunately we don't get Coach of the Year, but that's okay. Taking a look at the all NBA teams, let's see if there's anybody. There should be somebody. Mr. Rudy Gobert, all NBA first team or defensive first team, of course. He is the Defensive Player of the Year. So, player stats heading into this year's playoffs. We got 20 points out of Donovan Mitchell. Julius Randle comes in and makes a huge impact on the team with 19 and 10. You guys already knew that. And then Gobert, of course, defensive player. Mike Conley was still 15 and 7 assists, which is really good for his age. And Jeremy Lin did his thing as well. So Rudy Gobert, of course, led us in rebounds. Mike Conley in assists was 6.9. And then Donovan Mitchell with steals 1.7. And of course, the Stifle Tower with 3 blocks a game, which is insane. We are currently the 2nd seed in the Western Conference, facing the Warriors, who are a 7th seed without Kevin Durant and without DeMarcus Cousins. So I am more than confident to beat just the old school Warriors without their bench. They don't look at this bench, bro. Come on. Come on. That's definitely not enough. They won 41 games, we won 44. So I'm talking a lot of trash right now, but we win this first one 141-84. Julius Randle 30 and 17. 23 and 11 for Mike Conley. 20 points for Donovan. 15 and 26 for Mr. Rudy Gobert with 4 blocks. These Warriors ain't ready for this. We're going to simulate the whole round. Get those Warriors out of here. We're moving on to the second round here. Facing New Orleans, Seth Curry, Drew Holiday, Daniel House, Mirotic, Anthony Davis, who actually stayed there, which is interesting. There's Joe Ingles, who we traded for Solomon Hill the other year. Let's see how he's doing. He's averaging 6 points a game this year. I mean, bro, when I say I made the right choice there, we definitely made the right choice. Their bench, you know, it's nothing too serious. They won 42 games, so we got to respect that. We win game 1 here, 118-98. Julius Randle playing out of his mind with 27 and 11. And Gobert with a double-double of his own. They come back and win the next one by 2 points. Julius Randle with another double-double. Mike Conley 21 and 5. Gobert with the double-double as well. 24 points for Seth Curry. I don't see that happening again. Let's continue with the sim. We win the next one. We win the oh, I'm talking trash. 27 and 10 for Anthony Davis there. Boban with 21 and 7. Julius Randle still averaging that double-double with Gobert per game, which is great to see. Our bigs are deadly in Utah right now. We win the next one, and now elimination game, we end up advancing to the conference finals to face the #1 seeded Houston Rockets, who we lost to last year. So let's just hopefully, bro, this team, like, I don't even know how we lost to them. Their bench is trash. It's really just Harden, Paul, and Clint Capella. And we already have Gobert to lock up Clint Capella. We have, who else can lock up? Donovan Mitchell can lock up Harden. And then Mike Conley can lock up Chris. This should be an easy series. They won game 1 though. 26 and 15 for Mr. Julius and 23 and 12 for Gobert. Bro, those bigs right now are making me so proud. We win the next one though. 108 to 92. James Harden only held to 16 points, 6 of 19 shooting. Julius Randle with 23 and 10. Bro, let's go. Julius Randle proving a point here for this contract that we brought him in. Mike Conley with 20 and 5 there in the loss. Donovan Mitchell with 20. 39, 7 and 11 for James Harden. He's pulling out all the stops to try to win, but I'm not giving up yet. The Jazz are not going anywhere soon. Rudy Gobert with 25 and 8. 23 for Donovan Mitchell. 22 and 11 for Mike Conley. The double-double streak is alive for Julius Randle. I think he's averaged a double-double every game in these playoffs. 26 and 11 for James Harden. Another double-double for Julius Randle. 27 and 16. And it's going to be game 6 here. This is a crucial game 6. We are at home. We got to win this one to stay alive. And we absolutely do what we need to do. We blow these guys out. Mike Conley with 23. Julius, double-double machine. Gobert, double-double machine. Let's go. Game 7. We're on the road. It doesn't matter. Look at that. We blow these guys out on their home court. 35 points for Michael Conley. 6 assists. Donovan Mitchell was right behind them there. Just, bro, we're in the finals in year 2. Take that in. The Jazz are in the NBA Finals facing the Boston Celtics with Zion Williamson. Bro, if these Celtics actually get Zion Williamson this year, I don't know what the league's gonna do. And Tyler Hero is actually there in Boston. He didn't even play any minutes this season. Bro, this is gonna be tough. I don't even expect to win. We actually win a game though. 107 to 92. We gotta have more confidence in these Jazz. Tatum with 29. Gobert 20 and 16. Julius still has a double-double there. As per usual, they win the next one. They win. I'm lying. We won the next one. 23 and 10 for Mike Conley. Double-double for Julius. Nickeil Alexander showing up as our rookie with 15 minutes, 20 points. Let's fucking go. Oh, I didn't mean to swear. I'm sorry. Let me bleep that out. Next win goes to the Celtics, bro. These guys won 64 games. I forgot they had the coach of the year and Brad Stevens. 19 and 10 for Julius Randle, as long as that double-double streak's alive. We had 3 players with a double-double in that game, and it's going to be game 6. We already did this before. We got to win at home. We got to force a game 7, and we lose by 5 in the NBA Finals. Julius Randle had a series of his life, a playoffs of his career, but we end up losing to the overhauled, accomplishing Celtics, bro. 28, 6 and 6 for Mr. Kyrie Irving to win Finals MVP. This year's draft pick, we do get the 23rd pick, which is not too bad for an NBA finalist. We end up picking up Isaiah Stewart from Washington as a power forward to back up Julius Randle. And right now, we got to bring back Mike Conley, of course. That's a part of the video. It's a part of the title. We have to bring Mike Conley back because we got to see how well he can do in Utah. That first season was pretty good. The second season should be even better. Jeremy Lin, we're going to hold off on just for now. And so is Mr. Grayson Allen. I don't think he's going to be moving on with this team. The reason why we held off on Jeremy Lin is because we got a discount here. $3 million less. We brought him back as a backup point guard. And then Mason Plumlee from Denver, who's been having he's not been playing well at all. But we brought in athleticism and rebounding there with Mason Plumlee. So looking at the lineup, same starting 5 as last year. We got to keep that NBA final core together with Jeremy Lin, Nickeil Alexander, who's coming up, so we might not even need Jeremy anymore. Mason Plumlee is a 79. Isaiah Stewart, 78 in his second year. And Kuzminskis. At the trade deadline, we're in the number 1 seed here. 36 wins, or is that 36? Yeah, 36 wins. We're tied with the Rockets. But I'm not even worried, bro. Right now, we have a big decision to make at the deadline. I think we're going to give Gobert that extension he rightfully deserves. Defensive Player of the Year. All NBA second team for defensive. I'm saying that wrong. All defensive second team for Mr. Gobert. We gave him that 4-year deal. And this summer, we got to worry about Donovan Mitchell leaving. So that's what we're going to have to deal with. But that's for the future. Right now, James Harden wins MVP. Cole Anthony, Rookie of the Year. Emmanuel Mudiay, 6th Man of the Year. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player. Trae Young, Most Improved. Surprising. And then Lloyd Pierce. Those Hawks, bro. I tell you, every year the Hawks are just nice in this game. And it's cheesing me. How do the Hawks have the brightest future in the NBA? Besides the point, Rudy Gobert. All defensive second team, baby. Let's go. We brought this man back on a 4-year deal. Damn right, you better make the all defensive teams every single year for the rest of your career, basically. Because it seems like you're going to be a lifer here in Utah. Isaiah Stewart wins all rookie all rookie second team, which is great to see. He was a late first-round pick with the 23rd pick, so I'm glad to see he worked out there with that pick. Donovan Mitchell again leading us in points with 19 per game. Low assist numbers as per usual. Julius Randle 17 and 9, not too bad. Mike Conley with 14 and 7. Jeremy Lin with 12 points a game. Rudy Gobert, of course, leads us in rebounds. Mike Conley in assists. Donovan Mitchell in steals, and Rudy Gobert in blocks. It's getting pretty predictable. We already know what our team's like. We're the number 1 seed coming into these playoffs, and we're coming back with a vengeance, bro. We gotta win this NBA championship. We were finalists last year, and nothing's stopping us this year, bro. Denver, I don't care how good you guys are this year, or whatever year this is. You have Dwight Howard on your team. That's enough to tell me you're not ready for prime time. We're gonna end up winning this one. We go up 1-0. We're gonna simulate the round just off of that 1 win. We almost lost, but we win in 6 games, heading on to face the Dallas Mavericks. This is before the trade, by the way. I'm sorry. I know Dennis Smith is on the Knicks now, but when I did this video, you know, all that stuff didn't happen with Porzingis. And if you guys want to see a Porzingis rebuild or an Anthony Davis rebuild, let me know. I just didn't want to hop on the bandwagon because I know my channel consists of rebuilds, but I am not too quick when it comes to making these videos because it does take a lot of time to make and edit these videos. So let me know if you want to see a Porzingis or Anthony Davis rebuild. Back to the video. We are in the conference finals, facing the Rockets for the 3rd straight year. MVP James Harden should not be enough to beat us this time. I mean, we beat them last year, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. They don't even have... Where's Tyler Hero at? They let him go. Mr. All-Star capability. We win game 1. 122-114. 39 and 9 for Julius Randle. And with that being said, man, we gotta take this one. We go up 2-0. 34 for Donovan. We're just... Everybody's getting their chance to shoot. Bro, high scoring game too. 145 to 141. Harden with 36 on the other side. 2-1 series. 124 to 107. They win that. 139 for James Harden. I don't know. Bro, you're an MVP. You got to carry your team, but that's not enough to carry you guys through the playoffs. We go up 3-1 and we advance to the NBA Finals. We're facing the Atlanta Hawks. It seems like every time the Coach of the Year will have a shot in the NBA Finals. This year it's Lloyd Pierce and the Atlanta Hawks with Ja Morant, the number 3 pick in 2019, who's averaging just stunning numbers. I don't know if 2K is going to get that right. I don't know how good Ja Morant really is. I really got to go check this guy out with his like college or wherever I don't even know where he plays, bro. I don't even know where he's at. They picked up Chris Middleton here as well. They got John Collins, Vucevic, which is interesting to see there. He's averaging 13 and 8 rebounds for these guys. Trae Young Trae Young with Most Improved. Coming off the bench to Ja Morant. That's crazy, bro. If they get 2 all-star, superstar player point guards like Trae Young and Ja Morant on the same team, I might be seeing these guys in the finals more often. Like, their bench is not the best. But with Trae Young coming off the bench, that's more than enough for these guys. Right now we win game 1 by 1 point, so that's already making me kind of nervous. Julius Randle with 18 or 20 points, 8 rebounds. He's not having the double-doubles he used to, but that's okay. As long as we get that dub, that's all that matters. They win the next one, Vucevic with 18 and 4. And Julius Randle with 26 points there, 7 rebounds. We got to, bro. Come on, we got to beat these guys. 20 points there again for Julius Randle. Trae Young with 33. Bro, that Ja Morant kid is something serious, man. We gotta... These guys won 61 games. It's a 3-1 series, and it's not looking too good for the boy right now. Things are looking down. And, bro, it looks like we're about to lose. We lose to the Hawks in the NBA Championship. If that's not a shocking ending to this NBA Finals, I don't know what else to say. Ja Morant, bro, this guy is something serious. We're going to have to... Bro, I don't know what's going to happen with this team. We got to make sure that Atlanta does not make the finals, because that team is scary, bro. They got Trae Young and Ja Morant coming up here. We actually did just trade away 2 picks to bring in a 13th pick in order to draft BJ Boston here out of Duke. Shooting guard, 6'8". That is crazy height for a shooting guard. And now we actually got lucky, bro. We brought in Donovan Mitchell on his qualifying offer, which is insane. So now we can offer him his 5-year max if we did continue next year. But this is our 4th year here. Mike Conley we brought back on a 1-year deal, 23 mil. Lance Stevenson, we had to bring his strumming the guitar ass to Utah. He was in New York for 2 years just stewing, so we had to bring him in. Hopefully we can get some, you know, production out of him. And take a look at our player progression. 3 for Nickeil Alexander, 4 for Isaiah Stewart. Who else had a big jump? 4 for Tony Bradley. I've held on to him for a while. 7 for Tyler Bay, who was a 2nd round pick that I had for, I think, 2 years ago. So right now, looking at the lineup, same starting 5. We're just getting better with age. Nickeil Alexander went up 1 overall. Isaiah Stewart is now an 82. Tony Bradley now in the rotation finally. And then we got Stevenson, Kuminskis, and Duncan Robinson, who I don't even know. But trade deadline, we are the #1 seed. This is all that matters to me. We're back-to-back with #1 seed, so I don't see why we can't be back-to-back finalists. We're going to make a trade here for DeJounte Murray from Denver. He's actually having a pretty good season. 10 points a game, 4 assists, 6.8 rebounds, which is insane for a point guard. He is an 87 overall, and all we're giving away is 2 young players. We're going to also get Willie Reed, but we're only trading away BJ Boston, our 13th pick, and then Tyler Bay, who was a 2nd round pick, the 20th pick in the 2nd round, averaging 17 points in the G League. That's crazy. We're getting an 87 overall out of this package. Like, I don't even know how they're letting this happen. And we're going to also get greedy, throw in a 1st round pick, and they're going to counter with a swap best and then a 2nd round. So I'll take that any day we get Mr. DeJounte Murray added to a already dominant Jazz team. So at least we can either start him or start Conley. We got to just make a decision there. Looking at the awards, Giannis MVP, RJ Hampton Rookie of the Year, 6th man for Trae Young, which is insane. I'm still kind of scared about that team. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Anthony Davis. Most Improved, Emmanuel Mudiay, and the Celtics win Coach of the Year with Brad Stevens. All Defensive First Team, without a doubt. Thought I was going to get Rudy Gobert, but we get DeJounte Murray. That's crazy. We just brought this guy in and he makes All Defensive First Team for us. Rudy Gobert on the All Defensive Second Team. Like I said, Gobert, all you got to do is make the defensive team every year, and I'll be happy about that extension. Taking a look at the points per game. Donovan Mitchell with 20 points a game. Pretty solid. Still leading this team with his scoring and nothing else. Mike Conley with 14 and 7 there. Julius Randle had 15 and 7 rebounds. Nickeil Alexander coming through with 14. I like it. DeJounte Murray, not truly a scorer. He's more of a defensive player. That's why he made All Defensive First Team. And then you guys know the leaders in stat categories. I'm not even going to say that. Round 1, we're facing the Warriors. I don't know if my voice just cracked. It might have. We're facing the Warriors here. They are the 8th seed. It's sad to see they're declining, but at the same time, it's not. Because what we like to do as sports fans is cheer against the best team. You know, we got to always make sure the best team is having a downfall. We are currently the #1 seed, so we're going to sweep the Warriors, heading into the 2nd round to face Denver. Jamal Murray, Gary Harris. We actually took DeJounte Murray off of this team. They have Draymond Green now from Golden State in a trade from this year actually. Wow. Draymond Green got traded. The Warriors team that's struggling traded Draymond Green. 32 years of age, Mr. Draymond is now a Denver Nugget. And Tyler Bay, like I said, this trade might have been the best for this young player here. Second round pick, he's averaging 6 points a game for them. Not too bad. Like, second round picks are sleepers sometimes. You can get a gem. BJ Boston didn't even play for this team at all. I'm sorry I picked him up. He was like 13th in the draft. That's okay. We don't have him now. That's all that matters. We end up sweeping them and moving on to the conference finals to face another Dallas team with Cam Reddish, Dennis Smith. Bro, this team is it's not making it, bro. It's not. I didn't even have time to go through that team. We are undefeated in these playoffs, and now we're facing the Washington Wizards in the NBA Finals. By the way, that's our third NBA Finals in a row. That in itself is an accomplishment for the Jazz. They brought in Bam Adebayo here from Miami in a trade in 2019. They got Otto Porter, Thomas Bryant still. They brought in DeLon Wright, Davis Caldwell-Pope. 42 wins and these guys made the finals, bro. That's crazy. That's insane. Are they an 8 seed? What team? Oh no, they're a 6 seed. We're up 2-1 though. I'm not even looking at stats. Bradley Beal doing all that he can with 36 points there. Not enough for us, bro. We just barely won this one, but Donovan Mitchell dropped 27 and said, it's not time for you guys yet. They come back and win the next one. 30 points for Beal. Low scoring game for everybody on our team there, but we got to come out better. We're going to simcast game number 5 here. Crucial game at home, and we blow these guys out of the water. Nickeil Alexander with 24 points there. Mike Conley with 20 and 6. DeJounte Murray 20 and 13. Julius Randle with 18, bro. Let's go. Jeff Green 26. That's not enough, boys. Washington doesn't know what they're doing, bro. And it looks like we're going to end up winning this one in game 6. And we do. I threw a little montage together. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll be right back.
At it. She ain't never do this before, but she good at it. Said she never made love, but she good at it. She make a nigga feel good when I look at it. I get goosebumps when I look at it. Oh, girl, just wanna have fun with it. Oh, girl, just wanna have fun.
And there you have it, guys. I know this might be a conspiracy against 2K. If you do a rebuild in 4 years, you will automatically win the championship. But I still don't see it, because you know what? This team, I built them from the ground up. Mike Conley on the Jazz results in 3 NBA Finals appearances and an NBA championship. I don't care what anybody else says. We got it done. We brought in DeJounte Murray and we made a difference, bro. That's all that matters. We made the adjustments that we needed to do. And DeJounte Murray is our Finals MVP. What else could you say about that? John Wall, I'm sorry. You did make a Finals for the first time. So did Beal. But it's not enough, bro. Julius Randle with 22 and 7. Nice. 20 and 13 for DeJounte. Nice. Gobert with the double-double. Nice. NBA champions. Just like that, we are the NBA champions. This Jazz team was definitely a fun team to rebuild. And the question of Mike Conley joining the Jazz, if it's worth it, it looks like it is. Rudy Gobert, a lifer here in Utah, 9 years with this team. Wins Defensive Player of the Year twice. All Defensive First Team 3 times and All Defensive Second Team 3 times as well. Great job. Donovan Mitchell, only 25 years of age. He's a 92 overall, averaging, or actually leading us in scoring in every single year with 20 points or more. Julius Randle, great pickup by me. I'm going to toot my own horn here. Comes in, double-double machine for us. Does work every single season. And he results in an All-Star, Most Improved, and an NBA champion. Mike Conley in the end. Point of this whole video, Mike Conley can still perform at the tender age of 31 all the way to 34. He just averages around 14 to 15 points with 6 assists or more. DeJounte Murray, we brought him in. Nickeil Alexander, our 2 rookies with Isaiah Stewart. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, hit that comment button. I'm joking, hit the noti bell. I will see y'all in the next one.
I say 100 bag, get it right back. Switch it up, flip it up, bet you like that. So put your number on this paper, cause I would love to take you up on a lovely day. Don't care what your last situation. I got this.